Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to my channel. Now Nars has some two brand new highlighter palettes out, and these are called, I think these are called the Easy Glowing Cheek Palette. Now it says at the back of the box that it contains highlighters slash blush, so these can be used as both highlighters and blush. There are two palettes in total in this collection, this Easy Glowing Cheek Palette collection. One is called Rev Saleh, I think, cheek palette, and it has a very pale toned shades in it. It has a very pale rose gold, very warm like pale gold, and then like a very soft pink. I didn't think that palette would actually, I mean it would, but the other palette looked so unique and beautiful that I had to skip the first one, the light toned one. The second one, which I have here, do you see how stunning and beautiful it looks? It's like a rose gold but still has this purple tone to it. There is an actual shade in this palette which is very similar to that. Sorry about the blinding. So do you see how stunning it is? So that I had to pick this palette up. So this is called the COUCHER de Soleil cheek palette. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So it says how to use: apply to your cheekbones, cupid's bow, and anywhere you desire a touch of iridescent shine. So this is a limited edition collection, and both the cheek palettes are limited edition and both are Nordstrom exclusive. So you would not able to find both the palettes anywhere else other than Nordstrom. Right now I think both are sold out, both palettes. So I don't see the information, or even the page doesn't properly come up on when I googled it, but each retails for $49, and yeah, that's definitely on the pricier side, but you know, Nars is a pricey brand. So this is a box that it came in. I'm not sure how the lighter palette looks like. The box probably it's, I think it's a different color, maybe I'm just guessing, because there are colors like similar to this in this palette, whereas the other palette, the Rev Saleh palette, looked like the shades looked very pale. So maybe the color on the box, or maybe the color on the actual packaging, probably it's even lighter. Doesn't matter, we're just talking about this today. So at the back it says highlighter slash blush, and for $49 you get 3 shades in here, and in each pan you get 3.5 grams of product. That's 0.12 ounce, so that's actually a mini size. I would say 3.5 grams in a pan, but again, to have it in a palette, 3.5 grams each 3 times in a palette, I would say that's a really good amount for a mini size. So yeah, do you see how beautiful these colors are, guys? I had to buy it and see how it at least worked, because this mauve has like this hint of purple, exactly the color of the packaging actually. And this beautiful like a mid-tone coral shade has also like this hint of this orange, and this is like, I would say, a traditional highlighter shade. It's like looks very similar to Whisper of Gold Max Oh Darling, Heat Wave by Estee Lauder. So yeah, so that is the product, that is the palette, and it does come with a mirror. Mirror is the size of the palette. And where is this made? This is made in Italy, you guys, made in Italy, and there are no names for the shades. It just says, do you see 1 2 3 like Roman numerals, 1 2 3, so that is that. And what else? Yeah, $49, and you get 3 shades and 3.5 grams in each pan. I would say it's a good amount for a mini size. So let's get swatching, and then I'll let you guys know how it performed and everything. So this is the first shade, that is the very like pale gold. I would say it's not very pale. Even on my skin tone it looks like a gold color. I can see that yellow gold color in there, so I wouldn't say call that like a very like a white gold. It's definitely not a white gold. Let's get, I just want to show you guys also brush swatches. Now these can be used both wet and dry. This is just dry. Do you see how like very, very subtle it is? This is just one swipe application. And I'm using like this brush is a small tapered brush by e.l.f. and this is like really densely packed. So that is like two layers. Let's go 3 maybe. So these products can, oh, with 3 layers, do you see it's a little bit of a medium highlighter, I would say, but still, I don't know. I'm going to go with the subtle highlighter still. So yeah, that is the first color, which is the gold, pale gold, and as you can see, it's definitely on the subtle side, at least if you apply it like dry. It's now this formula can be applied wet as well, so when you use it wet, definitely it amps up the metallic aspect of it. It definitely gets a little bit more reflective. But let's first finish the swatches. This is the second shade. I was really excited to see how these colors, the colorful shades, would like look on my skin tone as a highlighter. But I gotta say, these are definitely like a glowy blush kind of a consistency. It's not reflective. It's not even as reflective as this. This one, when you apply it dry, it's not that reflective. But these, do you see? There's like, there's no trace of anything glowy. It looks like it's a very, very subtle glowy look, like you know, it looks like a luminous blush. So that is that. So I feel from using the colorful shades, let me just finish the other one. This is the mauve toned one. Again, the same, I mean, it looks exactly the same as the coral one on the skin as a highlighter. It's not that reflective. It's not that reflective. Oh wait, I think this kind of got mixed with something else. I'm sorry guys. And let's do it once again. So yeah, there is that little bit of blush, and as you can see, I very much doubt that these two would work as highlighters on any skin tone for that matter, because these two don't have that reflective aspect to them at all. This one does. This has this sparkly reflective you know, aspect to it, because it definitely is a highlighter. But these two, on irrespective of any skin tone, these two will work only as blushes, because they are not sparkly, they're not reflective. They're definitely a satin luminous blush. That's how I would say. Now, oh, I'm so sorry for that. Now this shade is so dark that even on my skin tone, it actually does show up. With just 2 layers, I'd be able to get this particular color to show up on both the colors to show up on my skin tone with 2 layers. But this coral one, I can apply as many layers as I want without any problems. But this one, do you see it has that hint of purple to it? So if I go overboard with it, it kind of has this appearance of a bruise. So it definitely has a bruise kind of a look to it because of that hint of purple in it. So I'd say, even if you have a darker skin tone, don't go overboard with this blush, this particular purplish mauve color. Just 2 layers would, at least if you have my skin tone, just 2 layers would make this color appear on your skin tone as a blush. But if you go overboard, it will kind of give that bruised effect. But I think because of this cool toned purple tone to it, you could even use this as like contour color. That way your contour won't look like very harsh and as if like it's like very dirty, even if you do like a very like a harsh or very sculpted look, because it has this blush tone to it. And then if you apply this as a blush, it would just like melt into one another, and it would give like a very, very natural look, I feel. So I'm sorry guys, this mirror is just showing up too much. So this highlighter definitely is on the subtle side when you apply it dry, but when you wet it, it definitely becomes much reflective, and not too reflective. I would say it transforms from like a very subtle lit from within kind of a highlighter to a medium reflective highlighter, but not too reflective, not crazy reflective. The formula is really good. It's like a very effortless highlighter. You don't really need to like bother yourself with adjusting it or like blending it too much. It just blends into your skin very much. And even if you're like on the go, you can this would be the highlighter where you don't really have to bother very much to check if it's like blended, if it's like if there are streaks of shimmer here and there, nothing like that. It's like a very easy effortless highlighter, but it's not a crazy reflective highlighter. The whole palette itself is not like, it's not in that, I feel it's not designed for that particular audience, kind of audience who love that crazy reflective sparkly kind of a look. It's definitely, oh sorry guys, it's definitely very toned down and very office appropriate, very formal kind of a product. You honestly cannot go wrong with this palette, because even if you like over apply them, it doesn't look bad, except for this, because it has a I don't know, it's just my preference. Maybe if you don't have a problem with a purple toned highlighter on your skin tone, you can actually go overboard even with this mauve highlighter, and it looks good. It does not look crazy, it doesn't look like streaky or anything. It just, and honestly all the products just melt into your skin. But it's just, I don't know, with this purple tone color, I feel it looks like I have a bruise if I go overboard. So that's just my preference. So all in all, this is a very subtle palette, I would say. You can definitely wet your brush for more color intensity and to make the products a little bit more reflective and more glowy, much more glowy, but still it's not going to go crazy on your skin. You can definitely go overboard even if you wet your brush, I feel. These are like very effortless, good quality products. But if you're just looking for very reflective products, these are not. This is not where it's at. These are definitely very subtle products, but I really love the color combination going on here, you guys. Very, very unique, I feel. It's really pretty. So yeah, that's why I picked it up. So yeah, that's my review. All in all, a subtle palette. It is sold out right now. Hopefully they would like restock if you're interested in something like this. But they have another like 6-pan blush palette that's coming out, which I'm very interested in. But so let's see how that works out. So yeah, you guys, that's my review. These are the swatches. This is the highlighter, and you have 2 blushes. So what else? Or maybe even if you don't want to use these, if you want to use these as like highlighter, you can just apply this and then maybe layer it with this. I did not try it, but you could just experiment and see if it works or not. If you could just layer it underneath as a base and then apply the gold one on top to like lighten it and then give it a more glowy look. You could just try it and see how it works. So yeah, you guys, I hope you guys found this video useful. I know it's a very short video, but yeah, there's nothing much to say. I'll see you guys very soon. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it, and please do subscribe. Bye.